Hi, it's the 2-Minute Terminator with me, your host, Ethan McKinley, where we break down the Terminator films 2 minutes at a time.
Hi, I'm Ellie Fitzgerald, and this is the T32T Minute Terminator.
Oh, and there's the music, finally. Jerry Goldsmith's score to Rambo II kicks in. Hit the music.
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Electronic score. Oh, yeah.
Is there a fat synth?
Hi, everyone. This is an apology slash bonus slash it's actually episode 16. What happened yesterday was I thought 15 was actually 16, so I did 16's trivia yesterday for 15. So today we're going to do 15 with 16's trivia. No, 16 with 15's trivia.
Right, I'm with
Same
you.
thing. Not all of it really applies to the scenes in general anyway.
It's a shit movie, so don't
it's
worry
okay.
about it.
Yeah, who cares? No one even listens to this goddamn show. Goddamn show.
Goddamn show.
Yes.
Goddamn page.
So we are going from minutes 30 to 32. The 2 minutes bridging that gap, of course. It's episode 16. We've already hit the music. So let's just.
What opens the clip and what ends the clip?
It opens with the TX kind of like cocking her head to the side, a bit like a dog when you show
going,
them a card trick. And it ends with an actor called, well, not really an actor, Billy D. Lucas.
Okay,
Not Billy D. Williams.
I have a couple of theories about who
Not
this
Billy
guy
from
is.
Predator. Who do you think he is?
Billy, who did this to us? He kind of looks like Seabass.
He does.
Kick his ass, Seabass!
Kick his ass, Seabass.
And I also think he looks a bit like the dude that's fucking the wife of the woman who Jim Carrey is representing in Liar Liar.
He looks like the wife.
No, the dude that the wife is having sex with.
When he
She's
goes,
having
enjoy
a-
my wife. I don't remember him at all.
You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey. all right, I humped her brains out. You happy?
Jim
remember?
Carrey. No.
How do you not remember that guy?
I don't know. Jim Carrey got off to a really good start, and then he kind of like tailed off. And I think Lie Lie for me was that kind of like tail
No,
off period.
I liked Lie Lie. Lie Lie was great.
Even though Lie Lie is no, it is good.
It's a great movie.
Before we get started on the Schwarzenegger, well, we've done the Schwarzenegger top 5, or the Downward Spiral, which was kind of a race at time after True Lies, when he never really recouped or recaptured his magic. Where did Jim Carrey go wrong, Ellie, before we get started with this charming episode?
I think he started going wrong when he started doing all these kind of kids films.
Well, he did The Majestic, which is that film about a man who loses his memory in 1999, which was made, written, directed by Frank Darabont, which is his like serious stab at acting kind of thing.
Yeah, didn't see it. I saw The Grinch, thought it was rubbish. I saw some kind of like horror film.
Is
he
that
did.
regarded in any high regard, though?
What, The Grinch?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just didn't like it.
There's something missing from it, isn't there?
It's just... bleh. I don't know, I just didn't like it. I thought it was rubbish. For me, it's all about Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura is just amazing. And then you've got Dumb and Dumber, amazing.
Which is
The
better?
Mask,
That's
amazing. You've got... I really like Liar Liar. I think that's amazing. But then again, saying that he had a downward spiral, I actually think that one of his more recent films, not most recent, but more recent, I Love You, Philip Morris, I thought that was amazing.
Why?
I just think he played the part incredibly well because he kind of did the funny bit, but then again, it was quite... I think he played an emotional part quite well. There were lots of different kind of strengths that he had to pull on in that film, and I feel like he pulled them off great. And I genuinely believe that he was gay throughout that whole movie. Well, at least 5 minutes in, anyway.
It's not the first time he's played a gay character, though.
Is it not?
Well, there's a film in 1992 called Doing Time on Maple Drive,
Okay.
where he kind of plays, I think, the rejected gay son of this dude. I remember the trailer from it, but it's Jim doing like his serious stab acting. But it's 1992, so it's right when he was doing kind of In Living Colour with the Wayans brothers and stuff, Fire Marshal Bill and all that.
It's like eternal. What is it? What's that? Eternal something? Eternal sunshine on a. I don't know.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I didn't get that.
Why?
I just didn't get it.
Why?
I didn't like the Truman Show either.
What?
No. Maybe I was too young when I first watched it, but I just didn't really understand it. All I really got from it was that he was just being watched and it was like a kind of game show or something. I don't know.
Here we go. Doing time on Maple Drive.
Doing time.
A young college student returns from Yale and is introduced to his fiancée, to his family. Where there, the relationship between the various family members are tested and the secrets hidden behind their seemingly perfect family are brought to light. So I think, is he gay in this? I can't remember. I think he is.
So far, I'm not convinced.
What? Someone's written here. Firstly, I should say that this film shows how well Jim Carrey can act, and he's not in manic mode. He also recently came close with The Truman Show. So there we go.
What's your favourite Jim Carrey movie?
I don't know. I was going to say, which is better, Ace Ventura 1 or 2?
I think it used to be 1, but now it's actually 2. Because Ace Ventura is Pet Detective. That's the first one. But then When Nature Calls, that's the second one. And I think
that's got more Ace Ventura stuff in it.
It's just one of the most quotable films I think ever made. It's so good. It used to be When Nature Pet Detective. I loved that. I thought that was great. That's why Roger Protector's dead. He found Captain Wakey.
Yeah, that's the good one.
Although when I first ever watched that movie, I watched it on TV, so it had all the naughty bits cut out. And then about 10 years later,
Was there any naughty bits in it though?
Yes.
In Ace Ventura 2?
In the first one, in that particular scene when he says that's why Roger Protector's dead, he found Captain Winky. He turns Lois Einhorn round and she's got like balls and dicks stuck up the back of her pants.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Oh my god, it's
Maybe
amazing.
they cut it on video and DVD as well then.
It's amazing.
I didn't know that.
It's when he's trying to expose
Sean
Einhorn.
Young.
Yeah. Why would a woman be missing these? And exposes her boobs. That kind of surgery could be done over the weekend. And then someone like points behind and he goes,
Twig and berries.
wow, if he is a man as he claims to be, then he is suffering from the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen. And then he turns him round. And as he turns him, they all like jostle and he's wearing those like silk panties and there's just cock and balls hanging out the back.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you
it's
don't actually
so
see them.
good.
They're in the underwear.
They're in the underwear.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have
But
seen
you
it
can
then.
see what it is.
Well, from Ace Ventura 2 to Terminator 3. So minutes 30 to 32, Ellie. Episode 16, which is actually 15. Just switch them in your minds.
So this is where it answers my question as to why does she stick her finger into the side of the car and she's actually controlling the car. But I don't remember seeing her control any of the other cars. Or is it once she does one?
She pointed her finger into the one police car. And I'm assuming she's going to control that. We should have watched this beforehand, but I thought we'd like discover the film as you discover the film, 2 minutes at a time. This is, of course, Billy D. Lucas.
Let's come back to him. Let's discuss the fact that she stuck her finger into a police car, but then she also
Who hasn't done that?
I haven't. I've been stuck in a police car. But then she also controls the fire department vehicle as well. I don't remember seeing her putting her porkies in any of those vehicles.
No, because she's in the crane vehicle now.
I don't like the fact that she's moving her head as well.
But yeah.
I think it's to signify that she's actually moving the cars, but I don't know.
But what would she have put in them? Because they're not remote control cars in the first place.
Exactly.
So her just pointing a finger in it, she'd have to leave some part of her a little bit like... Well, the T-1000 in Terminator...
Exactly.
It's the daughter!
Hi-oh, Silver!
Out of the way! There's that audio spike. If you're actually on SoundCloud and there's a giant audio spike in your equalizer, that's Ellie's laugh. You can actually see them on screen before you listen to the show.
You actually did point them out to me the other night.
No, yeah, because they're not remote control cars in the first place. I don't see how she'd be able to do that.
How?
I suppose they show her putting the finger in one police car. You don't really need to see it do it to all the other vehicles. You just assume that she has. But yeah, it's not very well telegraphed in the sense.
Weak.
But, well, I was going to say in Terminator Genesis, when the T-1000 drops a little raindrop of himself in the broken Terminator's ear, and it kind of goes in and rewires or
But
controls
that
him
makes
that
more
way.
sense.
Yeah, because there's a physical object of that Terminator.
And it has contact.
A little bit like the Thing. Each piece of it is an individual machine, so maybe it could do that.
Awesome movie.
With this, what, the Thing or
The thing.
the
yeah.
Thing, which you watched while cooking, not recommended, or eating.
No, I was eating. No, I didn't. No. I think I'd cooked, and then I can't remember where you were, but I was watching it on my own, and you were like, "Whatever you do, eat first, then watch the movie." I really don't have that weak a stomach though. Although watching those stents be pulled out of people's noses the other night, I think I've actually found my limit.
Oh, splints when people have like.
Not stents, splints.
splints.
That's it. Oh my god.
Yeah, go on YouTube and type in splint removal.
Just thinking
Or
about it.
deviated septum surgery, when they pull out the wadding from people's noses that have prevented it from collapsing, and they're yanking out like
Which Ethan has actually
bloody-
experienced himself. How many times?
3, I think, maybe 4.
It just, because I've had like bad sinuses before, I can just only imagine how painful that must be. It's the size of them. You've got full on Super Plus Tampax up your nose. And it's the sound that people make when it comes out. I mean, it does sound like an amazing
Very
release.
tender.
Oh, and those jelly ones, and then you get those massive blood slugs.
the jelly
and they're
one-
like coughing up the blood, like worms and stuff.
Well, I actually had I coughed up a golf ball sized lump of blood about 2 years ago. I had like a really sore throat from TG. I think it was from drinking bottles of water off the club floor because I'm a cheap bastard.
How have you not got AIDS?
I just refused to pay £5 for a bottle of water. Fuck that.
Fair play, but not from TG.
Yeah. Well, the worst was on an actual job last summer, as I told you, when I took a swig out of a bottle. I was like,
Oh yeah, and there
it was
a-
full of minty spit, wasn't it? I swallowed it. I was like, oh god.
I've done one worse.
Someone's not been near a sink, rinsed their mouth out with this bottle of water, or grabbed a bottle of water after rinsing their mouth out with Listerine, and then spat it back in the thing.
I did a worse one. I picked up a can of Coke and I drank it, and it had like 3 cigarette butts in it. You could just hear them rattling around. I was like, should have shaken it first.
You want some trivia, Ellie?
Trivia schmivia. Although the music was quite apt.
Oh yeah. Burn, dun, dun. The reality of making a Terminator movie sank in when Jonathan Mostow saw Arnold Schwarzenegger
Way.
in the usual outfit of sunglasses, jackets, etc. Or jacket, no plural.
etc. etc.
But you think it's the wrong jacket, Mostow.
It's so the wrong jacket. It's lame.
Arnold in this film doesn't wear the... Is it Goblin he wore in the first ones, right? Is it Goblin? The sunglasses he wears, those wraparounds in the first Terminator movie.
Oh, no, they're not goblins. They
Goblins.
are... Oh, God, what are they called?
Terminator 1.
I can't remember.
Sunglasses.
They're not goblins, though.
They are gargoyles, not goblins.
Gargoyles,
Yeah,
that's
gargoyles. Yeah, in this film,
Still some kind of weird creature monster thing.
he wears Sama, S-A-M-A sunglasses. There is a link below so you can buy them in the show notes underneath this show.
It'd
But
have done better wearing bloody Ray-Ban Wayfarers.
well, they look more like the Oakleys that Tom Cruise wears in Mission Impossible
Mission
2
Impossible.
when he rides the motorcycle. You've not seen the second one, but yeah.
I've seen the first, the third, the fourth. The one we saw at the cinema was the fifth?
Yes.
Yeah, so I've seen them all but the second.
You
So,
have?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So far, I think the third and the fifth are the best ones.
What did the fourth one lack? He climbs up on the outside of the building. He runs down the building. It's set in Dubai. There's a car chase.
I don't think it's not. I didn't enjoy it. It's just I thought the third one,
Well, he has a fight with a car
With
park in the fourth
Hoffman
one. That's
in
really
it.
confusing.
the blonde dude,
Yeah.
I thought that one was really, really good. Really enjoyed that. And then the fifth one at the cinema, I was just so disgusted with myself coming out of that cinema and actually enjoying it. I was like, oh, who am I? You looked at me and you went, so?
Well, I think the Mission Impossible films are kind of outdoing, and Kingsman as well. I think
Kingsman, that's amazing.
Bond.
Oh, God, it poos all over Bond.
Yeah, Bond reinvented itself again after they got rid of Pierce Brosnan with Daniel
What's that,
Craig and
James
stuff.
Bond? Get rid of it.
But they very much based it off of like the Bourne movies. Have you seen the Bourne Identity and stuff?
I remember when I saw the first Bourne film, my dad had actually bought the trilogy on DVD, and as soon as I saw the first, I lost the whole entire day and watched them all back to back.
Good, aren't they?
I was literally knackered by the end of it. I was like,
Well, they've got like
I need a vacation.
they're very super realistic, aren't they? And the fights are very realistic and stuff. And I think when the Bond people saw it, they're like, "Oh my god, we're
Never
making
seen
rubbish
I
here."
don't think I'd ever properly seen a Matt Damon film. So that for me, apart from the what they portray him as in Team America, so I was expecting this absolute retard. But no, I thought the Bourne trilogy was bloody amazing. I really
You should
enjoyed
watch
it.
the fourth one then, isn't it? Because the Bourne,
I've not seen the fourth. I've only seen.
not the Bourne Ultimatum, it's the Bourne. God, what is it? It's got it's not Matt Damon. He didn't want to do any more, and they got in Jeremy Renner.
Who's Jamie Renner? What's he
Jeremy
doing?
Renner plays Hawkeye in the Avengers.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he was another like experiment spy from that group, but it was trying to do a spin-off new trilogy, and it failed critically and commercially. It's actually alright. But now Matt Damon's coming back for Bourne 5, even though they've kind of solved and resolved his
Matt
story.
Damon now?
43, I think.
Oh, wow. Fair play. Well done, Matt. Well done. And I think that's another reason why I liked the movie so much, is he wasn't your typical kind of hard man. I liked that. But yeah, so anyway, back to the Terminator. So you were giving us some trivia schmivia, talking about...
That's the only trivia, really. He wears basically summer sunglasses. The jacket is unnamed. But if you go to hexstar.com, I've put a link under the show notes, you can actually buy the jacket there. I'm not actually a fan of the jacket.
No, I don't like the jacket. No. It looks like they've stuck like segments of cardboard onto it.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
But motorcycle jackets have that, but it makes them really look cheap.
Yeah, it does.
It's like trying to be cool,
I'm
but
surprised.
failing.
I'm surprised Brett Michaels doesn't wear one in Rock of Love.
I know.
Because
But-
everything he wears looks so cheap.
I was going to say, at the end of the clip, when he crashes into Billy D. Lucas's car, we're going to find out who he is actually in tomorrow's episode, folks. Don't
His
Google it.
registration plate says Duff. Sorry.
Probably drunk driving then.
Duff beer.
Oh,
That
white
was
people.
the worst high five ever.
But this
Look at
actor,
my elbow.
this actor, is that what you have to do?
Yeah. If you
Do
look
it
at
again.
someone's elbow, you get the perfect high five.
Really? And not the hand?
Did you never know that?
Who told you that? Let's do it again. And
Never
again,
look at
watching
the hand.
Watch the elbow. Go. That's very good, Ellie. I've never been so impressed with anything you've ever told me since I've met you.
That's not true. One thing.
Tell me off air. It's probably something awful. But yeah, no. You know when he's arguing with John Connor in this car, going, "You've got no insurance, I'll bet. This was a company car."
Yeah.
There's someone screaming at that, going, help me, get me out. And he goes, "Shut up!" He doesn't go, "This person might have abducted someone," and the lock's in the back of his van. He tells the person to shut up as well. When Kate Brewster, I think that's so funny.
I actually
He's
hate
so angry at John Connor for hitting his car. He's screaming at the potential kind of like hostage to shut up.
Yeah, but then he does ask who's in the back, what's going on.
Yeah, but then he goes, "Shut up!"
This particular 2
Someone should
minutes.
edit a clip together of him just going, "Shut up!" And every time both of them try and speak, he just goes,
Shut
"Shut up!" And then he goes, "Who's in the back?" And they try and answer, he goes, "Shut up!"
Just on loop. No, this 2 minutes. So you got the first bit where you've got her controlling the car, which, you know, doesn't really make sense. And then you see Arnold Schwarzenegger. He gets up. The dudes are absolutely flabbergasted because they couldn't lift him and they thought he was dead.
What do you think if he's get the guy off the motorcycle? It's very efficient, but is that Terminator?
Do you know what? It kind of reminded me of Terminator 2 when Robert Patrick pulls the dude off the motorbike.
He doesn't pull the dude
Does
off
he
the
not?
motorcycle. No. He goes, "Hey, that's a nice bike."
I swear I've seen another. Who else? When else does someone get pulled off a motorbike?
Well, I don't think you've thought of this consciously, but because Rambo II Soundtrack is playing by Jerry Goldsmith, the 1985 film, written weirdly by James Cameron.
Fucking yes.
Look at the elbow.
Exactly.
Look at the elbow. Show tile. Yeah. Rambo, or John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, when he escapes the police station from downstairs, breaks out and he's looking to get away. There's a guy
and then he pulls the guy
he
off
kind
the
of
bike.
spins that guy off his bike and then gets on it and rides off.
That must be why.
It's not as done as slickly as this, but I don't think you'd have put those two things together.
And
you
also-
really need to watch the Rambo films, Ellie. They're amazing.
I've seen the first one, and
No,
maybe
no.
maybe I've seen the
You've
second
seen
one.
30 minutes of the first one.
No, I saw them years ago when I was a kid, but I just can't really remember them.
You're missing out.
I will-
Even
I-
Rambo
I-
3,
I'll watch it tomorrow.
when he fights with the Mujahideen who became the Taliban.
Oh
Big mistake.
God.
Big mistake.
Yeah, so we then see Arnold pulling the dude off the bike. What does he actually say?
Well, he's
does he just tell him
chasing-
to like? I swear he's like really polite to him.
Yeah.
He's like, Get off the car. Get off the bike, please. Well, he doesn't say please.
No, he doesn't say anything. Look.
No, he does. He says something to him.
Let's have a look.
It's getting close. It's getting close.
Go.
Let's turn it up.
Here we go.
All right, get off.
Get off.
Get off. He's kind of a bit like Steven Seagal in that way that he always has like two-liners, like two-word. Like,
Zabba, zabba, zibba, zabba,
get
zabba.
down.
And Steven Seagal,
Get
you know,
off.
Ellie, never meets his match in a movie. It must be in his contract. Like, he was allowed to get hit by one guy once in Mark for Death. The Jamaican guy hit him. But then he broke him in two and threw him down an elevator shaft. And he went from, like, that very agile man who, like, throws people around. I watched all his films, didn't I?
Yeah.
Like, before Christmas. I just watched one every day. And he went from this, like, very slight, thin, tall dude to this, like, fat man who rests his hands on his gut.
Who sprays his hairline on.
Who doesn't fight anymore. He just holds the gun in that kind of special ops cup and saucer way. It's cup and saucer.
Talking about holding guns, we should put up that picture of you with your balaclava.
Not allowed to. They're on internet, aren't they?
Yeah. Jean put some up. I got some really good shots of you, actually. Ethan was doing the one thing.
Would you like a cock up?
Cock up.
When Kate Brewster is thrown from her car by the Terminatrix, she has blood on her hands. But later, when she's dialing 911 from the back of the van, her hands have no blood on them. Or no cuts to prove it.
What a bitch.
Cock up number 2.
Cock up.
We need to get this hotel bell.
I know.
After the explosion at the animal hospital, were all the animals... Well, were all the animals dead or did they escape? There were no more dogs barking.
Ooh, Lynn.
So, yeah.
Maybe they sensed the Terminator and they were scared.
I'd like to think, like Dr. Dolittle, by some pure quirk of fate, all the cages got squished but broke open. So just monkeys and squirrels and like chipmunks are just running out of the thing going... Woo, 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 woo,
And then the dead woman got mauled like the lady that you showed me the video of yesterday. The lady that was mauled by a chimp.
Oh, my God.
Horrific.
Yeah.
She had her eyes ripped out, her nose ripped off, her jaw was torn from its place, and all her fingers bar one thumb. And apparently she went on the Oprah Winfrey show, and Oprah like shook her thumb as if you do that.
Yeah, it bit both her hands off, tore her face off, literally everything. They
Nose,
kind of like
eyes, mouth, everything.
they skin grafted her face back on with some
She literally had an eye
meat from
socket.
her leg. So, yeah,
She looks like the Elephant Man.
it's the most horrific thing you've ever seen. I'm going to put
It
it in
is
the show
literally the
notes in
most
the
horrific thing.
homework section of the show.
But if you were Oprah, as if you would shake the thumb.
Well, what else could you do?
Just wave.
Well, I mean,
Just
really.
usher her down onto the sofa and leave it be.
Well, that's the question Opie and Anthony ask: is it just the modern
It's
day
freak
version
show,
of a
of course it
Victorian
is.
freak show?
Well, they discovered that Jerry Springer, it was all lies, and it was all freak show stuff. Like, you get the midgets on stage and they're fighting each other, and one of them kind of, like, wiggles
Well,
across the floor
I think
like
it
he's a snake.
started real, but then obviously they had to kind of have content and keep topping themselves. I used to love Jerry Springer, though, back in the late 90s.
Oh, yeah. No, I used to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they did Maury. There's loads of different... I remember one of my old bosses used to watch Judge Judy. God, so rubbish. And now we have Jeremy Kyle. Which is basically for northern scum who just want to spend a night in a hotel with a free bar. It's basically what happens. But yeah, so the bit that annoys me about this 2-minute clip is just... And it's not even about how it was shot or how it was made. It was actually just context of the film. You got stupid Brewster in the back of the van going absolutely batshit crazy. Granted, she's nervous, she's scared. But you don't distract the driver. If I learn anything from getting on a bus, that is you never distract the driver. And the silly woman, she's shouting, she's going, "Get me out of this car, get me out of this car." And it must have been so satisfying to slam that thing shut in her face. But then he looks back on the road and he crashes into the back of some dude who's driving a company car. Well done. Well done. Silly, silly woman.
And the T-1000 is off in the about to set off the giant set piece of the film, which cost all the money.
Do you reckon that's
Ran
meant
out of
to
money, actually.
be
And
like...
Arnie had to kind of pay 1.5 million to complete the sequence.
Do you reckon that kind of caliber of vehicle's meant to kind of be a reflection of the Freightliner? Because they're all those great, big, massive, like, don't mess with me kind of vehicles.
It's a cool sequence. It's just...
And don't you always find that Arnold, the T-800, is always on a much lesser kind
vehicle.
of threatening vehicle, and yet he's the one that always wins.
Well, it's the movie physics. It's the underdog, isn't it?
Yeah. Do we know the make of the bike? Have you done that kind of
We
in
do.
depth?
Oh, in depth, but that'll be on the next episode.
Oh, you cheeky bugger. We do actually
It's
have
not a
some.
Harley.
It's not a Harley.
We've got some mailbag from
We've-
Spladner.
Dude, this is like a male sack. It's so
Love
big.
Spawner's big sack. Read it out, woman.
Hi guys! Ethan, you are right about me not remembering that the TX vision was, in fact, different and more advanced. I realised...
I'm not really remembering it, Spawner. I'm literally looking at it on the screen. I've got
It's
visual
on-
aids.
it's on
I'm an
loop,
idiot.
dude.
Don't trust me. I'm not right about anything.
I realised it at the moment you posted her analysing John's blood, just after I sent it in my post. A day late and $1 short, I guess. Also, excuse me, chicken. Airsoft BB pellet guns are fired by using compressed air like paintball guns. So that's why you get the burst of air, like a tranquilizer gun. Oh, I forgot his gun trivia. A tranquilizer gun does make the best sense. However, they are more used by animal control and less by vets. Okay. And as we all know, making sense, brackets, was not on the cards for T3. I think that what bothers me most about this movie... of course, the concept is outlandish, with future robots and time travel. But in the other movies, they made certain that the actual realities in the movie were what we would experience in our daily lives. Like when the T-1000 walks through the prison bars in T2, the completely impossible of him being... of him being liquid metal and doing that was well framed. Well, with the reality of the gun catching in the bars. The impossible was made more real and believable because it was made to work around reality and not reality working around the impossible. God blimey. Does this guy actually have a job? I'm joking. I do, however...
He's got a gun, Ellie. Be careful.
You're going to find me first. And Reigate. I do, however, love the crane chase scene that is coming up. It's one of my favourite parts of this movie. Not so much in what the TX does with the controller,
I've seen it once.
the other cars and such, but more so much the determination of Arnie to win and keep going. See, he's got a personal, vendetta. He's committed now.
What, against Arnie?
No. Shut up. Listen to me. Listen to Spaldner. In all the movies, I think there are some of these... in all the movies, I think those are some of the best parts. It's like what I said at the end of T2 when he pulls out the spike. And it's just like, no, he's not taking no for an answer.
That's not the resolve of Arnie, though, is it? That's the...
But we like to think that is.
The Terminator has to succeed no matter what
I know,
cost.
but he's got like a paternal instinct, John. Now.
No, he hasn't. It's the same. Well, I'd say it's the same as the Terminator in the first movie when it just won't stop. Just won't stop. It just keeps coming.
It just will not stop.
Yeah.
Until
Even when there's
you're dead.
it's like there's a thumb left. It's still going
Oh,
across the factory
no,
floor
no,
at Linda Hamilton.
So is that how the chimp felt when it attacked that woman? I
Yeah.
absolutely will not stop
Until your face.
until you're dehumanized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so where was I? Okay, I think those are some of the best parts. The complete determination and persistence of the Terminator to get the task done, and how he figures out how to outwit the much more advanced machines. That's what I like. Which we kind of just discovered. See, we're on the same wavelength. The more advanced machines always seem to have a blind arrogance about them. Yes. Whereas the T-800 machines seem to know that they need to figure out a way using whatever means possible and can destroy the world with a flick of a spiky finger. Nice. I kind of feel the same way about special effects. Because back in the day, you had to be really kind of inventive and really thoughtful and resourceful to kind of create the special effects, like to make it look real. Whereas now it's like, we'll just use CGI.
No, I think you still have to be inventive. I mean, well, you liked Hellboy. That was a mix of CG. Well, I think it depends how you do it, isn't it? It's like any special effects.
Bring back Evil
It
Dead.
can be misused if the person's not really a very good artist.
The spiky finger. Like it. You guys also talked about emotion showing up a lot in this movie from the machines. I think they would definitely know how to and convey emotion when dealing with humans. Infiltrator units, especially humans, especially the fairer sex, I wouldn't agree, will instinctively put emotion before logic. I can understand that, a female Terminator using sex as like a weapon. That makes sense.
I know, don't disagree
So I
with
think
that.
that Arnie conveying urgency would be part of his programming to get humans to react the way he needs them to. Agreed. The same goes for the DX. However, her conveying emotion when humans are not around is something that I think would not happen. I don't think she would have done any of the extra emotions she's been showing up to this point. Overacting. Finally, I did my homework. High five to Spoldner. Although me and Ethan took it. Finally, I did my homework.
I didn't look at your elbow then, by the way. That's my homework. Look at elbows more.
Study the bow. And I watched Genesis. I really liked the movie, and I'm very disappointed that there may not be another. I really want to know who sent Pops back to 9-year-old Sarah.
Shitty screenwriters, I think, James.
Ethan, I know you didn't like the actress that they cast to play Sarah. Neither did I. Chubby bitch. Sorry. But I could totally see her as a younger, hotter version of Linda Hamilton.
Oh, yeah, she looks like Linda Hamilton.
She doesn't, though. She's way more podgy.
Oh, she's a bit tubby.
She is.
Well, when she was... the worst offender of the film, really, is Jai Courtney, who's kind of won me over again now, because he's now Captain Boomerang in the Suicide Squad. He actually looks like... I think, like I said about Sam Worthington, as a leading man...
You haven't seen it yet, though, right?
No, but just watch the trailer. As a leading man, doesn't really work. If you give him a character part and put him in this ensemble, he's good. Like Sam Worthington from Avatar. Leading Avatar, not good. Put him in Sabotage with Arnie, and he's good. Same with Jai Courtney. Sucked up until this point. Now he's Captain Boomerang in the Suicide Squad, and he's being a bit funny and stuff. And as a character in comics to play,
I think he was also in this weird film that I watched ages ago.
But as Carl Reese, he was terrible. That big buff giant dude.
I don't like it. I always see Carl Reese as a lot more leaner.
Well, he has to be. That's the character. It's like having a Terminator with, like, you know, a fat Terminator. You just never the twain should meet.
Oh my god! I wonder what that look like.
I've been waiting for you to order food.
Anyway, and Ellie, I did not mind Jai Courtney playing Carl Reese. Oh,
How dare you? We should have read that first.
And I loved all of the shot-for-shot moments from the first movie. Again, it was one of those little details for me that made the movie. I only had 2 big issues with the whole thing. I wish... Big Issue, actually, is a paper that we have over in this country. Sold by Homeless. I wish they would have found a different actor for John Connor. And I wish they would have explained the whole Ethan. Why can't I read it?
Regeneration.
Regenerative. There we go. Skin thing better. Skin thing. I can't read and he can't write. For skin to live and grow, it needs a circulatory system. God. It could be done, but from what we've seen of skinless T-800s, there isn't such a thing. Okay, guys. Sorry this ran so long. I didn't expect it to when I started. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks, James.
I can imagine him just going... And another thing. I imagine... Whoa, that was weird. You just kind of gone into starry space land.
I was going to think of something to say then. I was going to... What if he just gets a box of cockroaches in a box, throws a Terminator DVD in there, shakes up, and then he just tips the cockroaches onto the keyboard of a computer, and then he just goes... Play for it. And then he takes credit for the letter they produce.
Oh my god!
By complete random chance.
You should make cartoons.
Yeah?
Yeah, you'd be really good with cartoons. You're funny. You're imaginative. You can pull shit out of absolutely nowhere.
Like this podcast.
You should make stoner cartoons. That's one of the great things about Family Guy. Some of the stuff in it is just so random. And a lot of people don't like it for that, but that's one of the things I really like it for. It's just totally out of context.
Yes, we should. Sorry, I'm looking at pictures of Mia Khalifa, who's like an Indian porn star. She's kind of distracted me. I apologise.
Why are you looking at an Indian porn star?
Because she's got great, big, giant hands.
Nipples. I love how you're like, come on, Ellie, be dedicated, be this, be that.
Did you work with that?
No. But you know why.
Racist.
As soon as she took her top off, you go, oh, she's got shit tits.
Well, anyway, listen, homework before we wrap up, listeners, for you. If you look in the show notes of today's show, which is number 16, I've put there for you Patrice O'Neill going off on the face transplant lady. It's really funny. Anyone listening to this, please watch the bottom link on the homework section of the show. It's Opie and Anthony, and it's Patrice going off on the face transplant woman. It's 9 minutes of comedy genius and joy. The full-length version of the Jim Carrey sad AIDS film. doing Time on Maple Drive, 1992.
And I do
Link
recommend
is
I
there.
Love You, Philip Morris. It's amazing.
And Rambo II, the soundtrack by Jerry Goldsmith, is there as our show bumper music. So if you want to buy some Sama sunglasses or Arno's awful jacket, you can get that also there. And we should return tomorrow with episode 17. We're going to find out what Arnie's driving as a motorcycle. We're going to see bits of the crane chase.
We're going to have more cock
You're
up.
going to listen to... maybe I won't be back from work on time. Maybe. All right, possibly. But there'll be 2 on Thursday. Maybe. I don't know. We'll work it out. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Yeah, you've just lost yourself in a sea of I'm working for the next week.
I've been Ethan McKinley.
I've been Ellie Fitzgerald.
Thank you for listening.
Hasta la vista.
Follow me on Twitter at 2Minute Terminator.
I did retweet all your tweets, by the way.
Get your friends to like the page. Invite people to like the Facebook page. Let's make the show more than 3 listeners.
Hasta la vista.
And we'll see you
Oh,
tomorrow
for God's sake. Work
on
with me,
the
woman.
T322T. Hasta la vista.
Baby. Look at elbows.
What?
Look at elbows.
No, check those elbows. Look at the elbow.
Shut up.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm stupid in my head.